I'm April Hoffbauer, a recruiting manager here at GitLab, and today I'm talking with Hannah. Hannah, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm Hannah Schuler, the West Enterprise Sales Development Manager here at GitLab.
Thank you for talking to me today about the sales development representative position. First question for you, Hannah, is what does a sales development representative, which is often referred as a SDR, do for GitLab, and who do they interact with?
Yeah, so SDRs lead the initial outreach and engagement at targeted companies, both enterprise and commercial, within GitLab. So they are basically the front lines of the company. They help educate, drive interest with our ideal customer profiles. And it's, as you can imagine, very exciting and challenging work. There's lots of interaction, planning, and communicating between the SDR org, the sales organization, as well as the marketing organization. And that includes marketing operations, field, digital, and product within GitLab.
That's a lot of areas that they touch. So, how is being an SDR at GitLab different from elsewhere?
So GitLab is a 100% distributed company, which means every team member works remotely. And because of this, the sales development teams are highly collaborative. They share their successes, their best practices, as well as challenges and areas for improvement in daily and weekly interactions via Slack, Zoom, video communications, etc. Thanks to asynchronous communication, SDRs have a higher degree of focus and prioritization, which ultimately isn't measured on a clock in, clock out methodology. So SDRs have autonomy and creative freedom to own their workday while adhering to best practices around process and communication with the sales team. And that is what ultimately ensures quality results are being achieved.
Yeah. And so, what is the mark of a successful SDR here at GitLab?
Great question. So we hire individuals who are hungry to learn and thrive in their role, regardless of their background or prior experience. So perseverance and persistence are two key words that come to mind that ultimately make up grit. Grit is something that we believe everyone is born with, and ideally it rests on the expectation that our own efforts can improve our future. So every SDR has the power to make each day better than the last one. And some of our top performers achieve this through excellent communication with their sales team, their SDR peers, their manager, and prospects and customers in general. Collaboration with the global SDR team is also a big piece of this, where you can share best practices, wins, resources, and also by providing feedback in ways that we can optimize as an organization is very important. I will say as the caveat, like being able to consistently hit and exceed quota while you're doing all of these things is really important as well.
Absolutely. And what's one thing you wish you could tell others before they join GitLab?
At GitLab, there is a much higher bias towards action, collaboration, and iteration than any other place I've personally worked. We're a product-focused company in a market that is hungry for new and innovative solutions. And we have a highly collaborative and iterative focused leadership team that can support you. So SDRs, as an SDR, you're essential to the account development and are empowered to be the unique voice on your team to help drive our company's success and customer interactions. So all that being said, I personally joined GitLab because I honestly believe there's no better place to be a sales development manager than here. The amount of influence that I have and the amount I learn from my really smart peers is unrivaled, and it's the same way that SDRs feel on the team.
So I think we've been talking this whole time about how SDRs are different at GitLab than elsewhere and what makes it special. What kind of is a summary for what do people like about working as a SDR for GitLab?
So I can start with my personal opinion. I started working as an SDR at GitLab, and I'm now currently a manager. But I think if you polled the team in general, the most common answers you'd get is the incredible collaboration among the global SDR org in general. So the better together, the sharing of best practices and challenges, everyone lifts each other up as a we win together type of philosophy. I'll also add that GitLab provides an incredible flexible work-life balance for its employees. Now, remote work isn't for everybody, but we strive to foster an inclusive and highly collaborative environment where success is measured on results and contributions, and it's not spent on time in your seat, which is really embraced by all of the teams. So I'll also add that iteration is also a value near and dear to the SDR org. We value your input and encourage feedback and contributions around this.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, Hannah. I would encourage anybody watching this video to check out our jobs board to see if we currently have any SDR openings. And thank you for watching.